Hi everyone, welcome to this video. My name is Jose Saul Bermudez Cruz. As you can see in the presentation, I am a student for English Advanced 2. This is my subject, and Julio Armando Ramirez Morales is my teacher's name. So in this presentation, I'm going to go over this topic, that is past participle as an adjectives with nouns. So let's start this topic. But first of all, I'm going to explain what is past participle. And the question says, what is a past participle? A past participle indicates past or complete action or time. It is often called the ed form, as it is formed by adding t or ed in the verbs to the base form of regular verbs. However, it is also formed in various of the ways for irregular verbs. Later on, guys, I'm going to show you a little list of regular verbs and irregular verbs that you can use in past participle according to the form of the verbs. One use of past participle is it can be used to form a verb phrase as part of the present perfect tense. This is what's used. And this is an example. I have learned English. Learn is part of the verb phrase. Have learned. Have learned is the verb phrase, but this is in present perfect tense, and we are not going to use this. We are going to use past participle. The next use is says. It can be used to form the passive voice. For example, her hair was well brushed. Another example, it could be his car was well fixed. So it's simple with passive voice. The next use is it can also be used as an adjective. For example, he had a broken arm. He had a fixed car. This is an example. And next to the example of the sentences says broken is used here as an adjective, as you can see. And this is the list of irregular verbs that I told you based on the forms of the verbs. We have the base form, we have the past simple form, and we have the past participle form. So guys, this is a list of regular verbs and a list of regular verbs. Let's see. Awake in base form, awoke in past simple form, and awoken in past participle form. So guys, this form is the one that we are going to use, the past participle form, because we are going to use past participle adjectives with nouns, as I told you. This is the topic. And we have a list of regular verbs according to the base form, past simple form, and past participle form though. So we have this verb that is accepted, and accepted. As you can see, guys, past simple form and past participle form are alike. Why? Because you have only to add ed at the end of the verb. For example, as admit, admitted, and admitted are alike. Bake, baked, baked. And the last one, smoke, smoked, smoked. This is the list, guys, that you can use. Now go over the past participle as adjective. Let's see this point. It says some participles like bored or boring, those are verbs, can be used as adjectives. These are used in a slightly different way from normal adjectives. We usually use the past participle and the name ed to talk about how someone feels. As you can see, guys, this says we usually use the past participle ending in ed. If you remember the list of the verb, let me show you. This is ed form. This one. Accepted, admitted, baked, controlled, smoked. So this is the form for participle as adjective. And these past participle adjectives work to talk about how someone feels, to express how someone feels. And we have two examples. Let's read. I was really bored during the flight. She's interested in history. John's frightened of spiders. As you can see, how I feel, or how was I feel? Bored. How does she feel? Interested in history. How John's feel? Frightened of spiders. Simple, guys. Next point says, be careful. I am boring is very different from I'm bored. I'm boring means I cause other people to be bored. This is not good. Here are some examples of when one person causes a feeling in another person. Oh, let's see. I was talking to such a boring guy at the party. He talked about himself for an hour. So, this person feels boring about the guy that he was talking himself for an hour. She's a really interesting woman. She lived all over the world and speaks 5 languages. The last one example, my math teacher at school was really frightening. He was always shouting at the students. Next point says, these participle adjectives make their comparative by using more, not er. Guys, remember, er is another form of the verb. And they're superlative by using most, not with est form. Maybe you are wondering, what is er form? Guys, I'm going to give you some examples. For example, in er form, stronger, larger, cooler, taller. This is er form. And most with est form are strongest, coolest, baddest. So this one. And we have some examples. I was more frightened of dogs than spiders when I was a child. That book is more boring than this one. I think Dr. Smith's lesson was more interesting than Dr. Brown's. For 24 hours on the flight to Australia, I was the most bored I've ever been. I think this is the most interesting talk we've heard today. It was the most frightening film that he had ever seen. Those are examples. The next one point says, the past participle may be used as an adjective to modify a noun. Oh, okay. Now we enter to the past participle as an adjective with noun. And we have some examples. We saw the conferences recorded by our supervisor. There are many programs written in Visual Basic. The next one point says, past participle used as adjective often come after the noun. Remember, they modify following a linking verb like be, become, or seem. And the examples are, my friends are interested in sports. You seem confused. I am fascinated by my children. My students quickly became tired at school. So, this is the whole information that I show you, that I found about past participle as adjective with noun. Now, guys, we are going to do a participle adjective exercise. If you want to complete these 5 sentences of these 5 exercises, you can pause this video and try to find the answers according to the information that I give you before. in the presentation. So let's see. I'm going to show you the answers, guys. Let's go. My nephew was. What is the correct answer? Amused. My nephew was amused by the clown. In the second sentence, it's so frustrating. No matter how much I study, I can't seem to remember this vocabulary. Third one, this lesson is so. I show you guys the use of bored and boring, the difference. This lesson is so boring. Number 4, I thought her idea was absolutely what? Fascinating. And the last one, I'm feeling depressed. So I'm going to go home, eat some chocolate, and go to bed early with a good book. So this is my presentation. This is the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy it, and hope that you learn about past participle as adjective with noun. So thank you guys.